You know who I really thought he was? I thought he was Diane's boyfriend. Porsha's mama.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Huh? Yes.
Look at you.
I am happy. I am in love with my new love, and I'm excited about it.
Husband Simon, everyone.
How are you? You're good. Boom, boom.
All I had was Porsha.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you, everybody wants to know, I want to ask you about Porsha, your little sister. Yeah. You know, you at first there was some controversy that you liked it and you were cheering for love, and then when you found out, then you kind of pulled it off. And people, what was really going on there? Because I know you love her like a sister.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, Porsha lives around the corner from me. So, like many of you, I was in the Bahamas on Mother's Day. I was traveling, and I looked in social media. So I haven't really been on social media that much, but I rolled down social media and looked. And I saw Dennis and this man, right? In her pictures. I never really paid it much attention. I just saw Dennis and a guy, right? So when she said she found love like a day later, I thought she was found in love with Dennis. I never really paid the man that much attention in the picture, right? Yeah. I don't know Simon personally, okay? I know Simon had a club. I may have met Simon once because he has a nightclub here in Atlanta, but I personally do not know him. And would have never, you know who I really thought he was? I thought he was Diane's boyfriend, Porsha's mama. In the picture when I saw her.
Diane! We thought that was Diane's
boyfriend, right. When I was just scrolling through the pictures very quickly, and that's why I said reading is fundamental. Now listen, understand this. Because Porsha is dating somebody that was somebody on the show, first let me go back and tell you this. Let me tell you how reality TV happens. She said something in her thing when I went back and read about they're not friends. Believe that they probably are not friends, okay? They probably aren't friends. They probably never were friends. And that is probably the truth. Now I'm going to just have to second that because on the show, everything appears to be something that is truly not. Everybody that came on the show came through me just about. Cynthia came through me. Yvonne came through me. Tanya came through me. Porsha came through me. I knew none of them when they stepped their foot on this show. But that's how they presented it to the world, right? Now, we did become friends, some of us, on and off the show, but I never seen them a day in my life, okay? So I can believe that they probably were never friends, ever. What happened on that show, I don't know because I wasn't there. I did not follow the show. I do not know. Okay, so what I went back and said was reading is fundamental. I actually thought she found love with Dennis or somebody. I wasn't paying that man no attention. I thought it was Dennis Diane. You know, I have no idea. I never read. Like many of us, we don't read. We just, you know, pushing and just looking and pushing the like. That's real. Congratulations. And then I got so many people. I got so many notifications, like people were talking to me, and I went to see, and they were like, "How you gonna do this? How you gonna Porsha?" And I thought to myself, I can still support Porsha. I don't have to fall out with Porsha because she's done whatever it is that she's done. As a friend, you can always tell a friend when they're wrong. You know what I mean? True. I have not had a conversation with Porsha personally to say you're right or you're wrong or how can I support you. I've not had that kind of conversation with her. I'm certainly not going to fall out with her because she is dating somebody. It's not my place. I'm not that kind of friend to say, hey, I'm not going to ever speak to you again because you're dating somebody. You know, I think as a real friend, as a big sister, I think that you can say, you know, you kind of tell them like you would, like your mom would tell you. You know, do you know what you're doing here? Do you know the consequences here? You know, you kind of talk to her. Would you want somebody to do this to you? Just give the consequences. That's all you can do because at the end of the day, Porsha's 40 years old. You know, we're talking to a baby. That part. You know, You know, I think people think that she's a kid. She's a grown woman.
Because often people keep saying, well, she's young, but she is 40 years old. She's a grown woman. And I love that you can separate the two. And that's what real friendship is, sincerely. You can say, you know what, I may not agree with this, but I'm not going to stop being your friend. This is just something that I may or may not agree with. And I think that that's huge. That's what women do.
It's real. You know, why would you stop being friends with them? I mean, you may look at them side eye. You may have them around your dude. You know, we talked about separating friends. So when your dude is around, you may not have them around. You know, I mean, you know, when you're dating your next new guy or your husband, so now you may,
invite them to the pool.
Right. You may not invite them to the pool party. When it's double date night, you know, I have many double date nights with couples, and I have my single girl here because she doesn't have a guy. So if we're doing that, then maybe she ain't going to be over. You know, you just may not, you know, I mean, you just, now you know. So there are boundaries.
Right.
Now, right?
Like you said, when you know, it's good to know. Just like your aunt said, it's good to know. I love
what you're working with.
Yeah.
So now we know, girl, you ain't invited to all the parties now. So, you know, some of these girls, you know, some of these girls will be looking at you crazy like she's coming over here. They'll be scared. You know, one thing I've never been though. I probably should have been though, and that's one thing I've never been afraid to bring women to my house around my husband. And I hear many women say, I don't bring women around my husband. Yeah, I've never been that girl though. I had plenty of women in my house, and my husband's here. I probably should have been that way, but I never was. And I've been dating him since I was 28 years old. Yeah, I probably should have been that way. I always felt like if my husband wanted to talk to a girl that was in my house, he was really crossing the line. You know, it just really is crossing the line. It's just like that. And I always feel like, you know, he must really don't like me. You know, to talk to one of my friends, right?
I agree.
He must really not like me.
I agree.
And so I definitely have questioned Greg before, like, he must really not like me, or I'm not going to like his ass. You know?
Now you really, that's real. That's
you don't like me.
I mean, it's scary to put all of your business out there.